F1 News, Daniel Ricciardo reveals reason for leaving Red Bull and Max Verstappen involved. Ricciardo has left Red Bull and signed a 2-year contract with Renault. It comes after the Australian finished 6th in last year's World Championship, having won 2 races. Ricciardo's first win in China came sandwiched between 2 retirements. The first was in Bahrain, with the second coming in Azerbaijan after a collision with then teammate. The pair crashed on lap 40, forcing them both out of the race, with Verstappen appearing to make a defensive move. It led to both drivers being told to apologize to their team, though Ricciardo felt it unfair that both were given equal share of the blame. And the new Renault man has revealed that whole incident played a key role in deciding to leave Red Bull. "I couldn't tell you how many little pieces made up the puzzle, the kaleidoscope, but I guess that was one of the little pieces," Ricciardo said. "We both got a talking to, putting it politely, but in my eyes, I guess the incident itself was. I felt like I was not really in the wrong, even though I was the one that hit him. I think most people saw the double move Verstappen made in defense. Even before that, there was a lot of contact, and I think a lot of people thought it went on too long. I guess the way it was handled at the time didn't sit too well with me, so that was like a little thing that bothered me. But it wasn't the deal breaker, if you know what I mean." Ricciardo also hopes to draw inspiration from reigning champions Lewis Hamilton in his debut season with Renault. He said, "I can certainly take something from Lewis's success with Mercedes. It might not feel like it now, but his good run wasn't immediate, and his first season there in 2013 wasn't straightforward. That tested him, and even up until 2014 his career wasn't smooth sailing, so I can draw from his persistence alone. Look at him now. It has given him more years in the sport, because without his success he probably would have walked away a few seasons ago. So, that is certainly motivating and proof in the pudding that it can be done. We have the resources, so there is no reason why we can't do it." Next news, a look ahead to the machines and pairs who'll be competing in 2019 F1 season. On Monday morning, Alfa Romeo became the last of Formula 1's 10 teams to roll out their new challenger for the forthcoming season. As the opening running of the winter gets underway at Barcelona's Circuit de Catalunya, Press Association Sport takes a closer look at the machines that will be on track in 2019. Mercedes' Lewis Hamilton will be bidding to move to within one world championship of Michael Schumacher's record haul of 7 this year. The 34-year-old British star will again be partnered by Valtteri Bottas for a 3rd straight season. Mercedes, the reigning 5-time Constructors' champions, teased an all-new Camu look on social media ahead of their launch, but they will continue to run their car in traditional silver, complemented by flicks of aqua. Ferrari under new management for 2019 after Maurizio Arrivabene was sacked, with Mattia Binotto hired as team principal. Ferrari are aiming to win their first driver's title since 2007. Kimi Räikkönen was the last man to win the championship for the Scuderia, but he has been assigned to Sauber, as the highly rated Charles Leclerc moves in the opposite direction to join Sebastian Vettel. The Italian team will sport a new matte paint job on the car they have called the SF90, to reflect their 90th anniversary this year. Red Bull Max Verstappen will take lead of Red Bull this year following Daniel Ricciardo's surprise switch to Renault. Young Frenchman Pierre Gasly is promoted from Toro Rosso to join the Dutchman. Red Bull unveiled a striking limited edition livery last week, featuring more red than usual. But, the former world champions have reverted to their customary dark blue livery, with flicks of yellow and red, for the start of testing. Renault Ricciardo has taken the gamble to join Renault this year, and teams up with German Nico Hülkenberg. The French manufacturer have moved steadily up the grid since they returned as a standalone constructor in 2016, but are yet to secure a podium finish. The outfit will continue to race in yellow and black this season. Haas, the American team, have taken on a new title sponsor, teaming up with the British fizzy drinks manufacturer Rich Energy, and have adapted their livery accordingly. Racing in black and gold this year, Romain Grosjean and Kevin Magnussen will extend their partnership into a third season. McLaren teenager Lando Norris will become the youngest British driver in F1 history when he makes his debut at the season-opening race in Melbourne next month. The 19-year-old joins forces with Spaniard Carlos Sainz in a new-look partnership for a McLaren team bidding to reverse their recent poor fortunes. Racing Point, the British-based team, have a new name for 2019 following last summer's takeover. Force India is out, and Racing Point is in. Canadian fashion billionaire, Lawrence Stroll, led the buyout, and his son, Lance, has followed him from Williams. Stroll will race alongside Mexican Sergio Perez as the team continue with their predominantly pink paint job. Alfa Romeo is the second fresh name on the grid this season after their Sauber takeover. Raikkonen, the 2007 world champion, and Antonio Giovinazzi will race for the rebranded outfit this year. Giuseppe Farina won F1's first world championship driving an Alfa Romeo in 1950, before Juan Manuel Fangio claimed the first of his 5 titles racing for the Italian car manufacturer a season later. Toro Rosso Alexander Albon, who was raised in London but races under the Thailand flag, joins the returning Russian Daniil Kvyat for Red Bull's junior outfit, Toro Rosso, this year. Albon finished third, behind British drivers George Russell and Norris, in last season's Formula 2 series, the feeder championship to F1. Williams, the British team, have dropped their traditional navy blue colours for a fresh paint job in a move Deputy Team Principal Claire Williams hopes will usher in a new era for the struggling outfit. The Williams cars will run a sky blue and white colour scheme with English rookie Russell and Pole Robert Kubica, back in F1 for the first time since 2010 following his horror rally crash, at the wheel. Next news: Kimi Räikkönen will be racing for rebranded Alfa Romeo Racing in 2019. Sauber will be rebranded as Alfa Romeo Racing for the forthcoming Formula One season. The Sauber name has been part of the sport's makeup for the past quarter of a century after Peter Sauber ran his first entry in 1993. But it will now effectively disappear from the grid after the Swiss team announced they have been dropped ahead of the new campaign, which kicks off in Melbourne next month. Kimi Räikkönen, the 2007 world champion, and Antonio Giovinazzi will race for the rebranded outfit this year. Giuseppe Farina won F1's first world championship driving an Alfa Romeo in 1950. Before Juan Manuel Fangio claimed the first of his 5 titles racing for the Italian car manufacturer a year later. After a 33-year absence from the sport, Alfa Romeo became title sponsor for the cash-strapped Sauber team last season. Sauber finished 8th in the 2018 Constructors' Championship. Alfa Romeo are due to roll out their car on the morning of the first winter test, which gets underway in Barcelona on February 18th. Thank you for watching the video. Be sure to share and subscribe to your channel to get the latest sports news around the world. Wished health and success. Goodbye.